When I was 14 years old, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called lupus. So in simple terms, my immune system is confused and my body fights good cells instead of bad cells. And what this does is it creates the potential to cause inflammation in any one of my organs. So I've been dealing with this disease for the past 5 years of my life, and of course there are many physical challenges that it poses, and sometimes it is related to the medications that I take and the different side effects that they have. So growing up and taking different medications, some of the side effects were not very pleasant, and they often included, or especially this one medication, it included like weight gain and a puffy face and acne. And I was 15 at the time, and that was definitely not something I wanted to be dealing with, and I don't think anyone would really want to deal with something like that, especially at such a tender age. It did take a bit of a toll on my self-esteem and my self-image and self-confidence, and it wasn't just about looking different, but it was also about feeling different. Suddenly my life wasn't about what I wanted to do, it was about what I could manage to do, and I had to adapt to all of these changes that were going on, whether I wanted to or not. And a lot of the things that I had been passionate about, or a lot of my talents, and just the things that made me who I was as a person, a lot of it was put into question, and it was a really challenging time. And the way that I was able to recognize my own inner beauty, my own talents, and my passions was by surrounding myself with really amazing people who inspired me, and people who were really supportive throughout my journey. And so instead of comparing myself to other people and competing with other people, I started to focus on my own capabilities at that time, the things that I could still do. When I realized that I wasn't the only person in my school who was dealing with these challenges of low self-esteem and self-confidence, I wanted to channel the little energy that I did have into positive action of some sort. So having been involved in my school in different ways, different leadership groups and humanitarian clubs and stuff like that, I decided to start a program called Simply You, which aims to build self-confidence, self-awareness, and leadership skills in middle school and high school students. So it was a program that I started when I was in grade 12, and it was something that it helped me build my self-confidence while helping others also find their own, and that was something very beautiful and powerful. And by sharing stories with each other about different challenges that we were facing, we were able to become closer and be there for each other. And throughout my first and now second year of university, I have been continuing to share my story with others, to share my experiences with not only lupus, but with different challenges of low self-esteem and of frustration and anxiety and all these things that we don't really talk about. And what I'm learning is that when I share these stories, like, while it does make me feel a little bit vulnerable, or like it is kind of scary, but there is so much connection that can come out of that, and it's quite fascinating. Something that I've learned over the years is that we are never alone in our battles, and we all go through our different types of pain. In terms of mental health and wellness, when we bring our voices together and when we create conversations about these really important topics that not a lot of people talk about, it can become very powerful, and through that we can shatter the stigma that mental illness has. So something that I've learned throughout my journey is that it is important to ask for help when things are really challenging, and I still live with lupus today. It's a chronic illness, so it's something that I'm learning to manage on a daily basis, and there have been moments where it's been very challenging to do the things I used to do, but by asking my friends and family for help with things, by noticing some of my own mental health challenges, like with anxiety and with low self-esteem, and by reaching out, that was really, really hard to do, but I recognized how amazing the support system I have, and how many resources that are available, and how many people share similar stories, and that really helped. And I've also grown to appreciate the things that my body still can do. I think before I was so focused on comparing myself to other people and being like, well, I can't do what they're doing. But now I've grown to love my own body, and love myself, and love the things that I can still do. And so that's kind of special. It's okay not to feel okay, as long as we can find our way out of that darkness and that pain, and recognize our ability to ignite a space with our energy and our light and our passion, and realize how amazing we are in our